All right, Sean, we are live.
All righty. Good morning, or actually good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us this weekend here. We are now in Virginia, and so this is where the St. James Hockey Club will be playing your Raleigh Raptors. We have about 2 minutes and 45 seconds on the warm-up clock, and so the game will get started in just a moment. Last week, if you were following us, you would know that we were in Nashville, where our team did very impressive. They did a very impressive job with a record of 3-2, and so our Raleigh Raptors are now taking the ice, doing their warm-ups, and so this is going to be a good competitive game, and so we're looking forward to it. And you can see we have some of our fan club right here.
Fan.
Yeah. We have Madeline and Debbie. Why don't you guys say hi? Anything you want to say?
No. No.
How about Go Raptors?
No. No.
So here in St. James, it's a beautiful facility here. I mean, this facility here is it's enormous, and there's 2 full-size hockey rinks, about 5 basketball courts. It seems like huge soccer field, swimming pool, and so there's a lot going on here in this facility as everything is being used. And so we've seen basketball teams, soccer teams walk by. They have a nice cafe. We've seen swimmers walking around, and so they really got it going on here. And this ice hockey rink in particular is extremely nice. It's probably one of the nicest facilities I've seen. And we have about a minute left in the warm-up, and so we'll be getting started in just a moment.
Yeah, and then this evening we'll be in Reston, which is kind of the opposite. So, but then we'll be back here again tomorrow, so it'll be kind of fun.
Yeah, that's a good point. This weekend is it's not a tournament, but we have a total of 4 games this weekend. So the first here being at 12 noon, and then later tonight, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, we'll be facing off against the we'll be facing off against the Reston Raiders. And then tomorrow morning, we're back here at the St. James facility playing another St. James team. And then we'll be back in Reston tomorrow afternoon to play another Reston Raiders team as well. So 4 games, 4 different teams. So it's a fun-filled, intense weekend of hockey.
And we got our full roster today. Santi's with us. He wasn't able to go to Nashville with us, so it'll be his first game with the Raleigh Raptors after moving here from Chicago, formerly with the Central State Highland Park Falcons up there in Chicago. So we're excited to have Santi and the Gonzalez family here.
Oh, yeah. So there you have it. There's the horn. Warm-ups are concluded. And before we get started with this game, Yes, exactly. Most importantly, we want to give a big shout-out to Kehoe's mom. Woo! And so, Kehoe's mom, if you're watching and listening, we miss you. And best of luck to the 16U team that is playing in Charlotte today. But yes, big shout out to Kehoe's mom. And so 15 minutes is on the board. Our Raptors are taking their traditional huddle in the crease. And we're ready to go.
Feels like we were just doing this 4 days ago. Just about.
I know, right? We got back on Monday and finally felt recovered.
4 days of practice.
Oh, I know, right? 4 days of practice.
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yep, it was a very busy week, and you feel recovered, and now you do it all over again. All right, our Raleigh Raptors are in the dark blue with light blue, and St. James is in the white.
We'll enjoy this vantage point because tonight in Reston, I'm pretty sure we'll have to be filming from the glass, from the corner. So.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Sometimes, as you have seen, we don't always get the optimal position to broadcast. And so for this game, we do have that. And so we are grateful to be at center ice. But later this evening, as Dave said, we'll probably be in the corner somewhere. So the viewpoint will not be as optimal as it is right now. All right, the referees are making sure the goalies are set, and both teams are at center ice. Face-off draw. St. James wins the draw. Raptors chip it back out. Puck enters the Raptors zone, but the Raptors are able to get it out of the zone, and Burgess comes up with the puck. Burgess cuts to the middle, takes a hit. Raptors able to keep it in. Dolan with the puck sends it deep into the corner. It goes behind the net, and the puck will come up the far right side boards. Pollard is there, shoots the puck on net, and the goalie for St. James will cover the puck. So we'll have a face-off to the far side face-off circle. The Raptors are making a line change. Full 5 players coming on out. And Mashad will take the draw. St. James wins the draw. Raptors steal it. Holland passes. Puck gets deflected behind the net. Holland chasing the puck. Puck comes to the left side. Mashad sends it forward around the far side of the boards. Holland will race to get there first. Puts a hit on the St. James player. Raptors are battling for it. Puck comes to the point. Shot towards the net, but goes wide to the left. Kehoe's pinching in. Sends the puck to Holland. Holland looks for the open man. Puck gets deflected. And St. James now comes through center ice. But Kehoe is there to tip the puck far behind the Raptors net. And Derlin will retrieve it. Derlin skates the puck out of the Raptors zone, chips it in towards the St. James zone. Puck is now in there. And the puck comes back out of the zone, and Kehoe will get the puck. Attempts a pass to center ice. Weinert comes up with it, enters the St. James zone. Weinert shoots, hits the goalie in the mask. Puck is loose in the crease, and the goalie will cover it up. Good rush attack by the Raptors. That was on far right side. Shot hit the goalie in the face mask, and it was a small scramble. However, the goalie was able to track the puck and cover it up. So Bunny takes the face-off draw. Puck comes to the net. Idetta will send it up to Weinert. Weinert pulls up, sends the puck forward, but St. James gets it. And now St. James is coming out of the zone. Puck is bouncing around the center ice. And it looks like there's going to be a penalty on the Raptors for hooking. So the Raptors are going to go on the penalty kill. And Carson Bunny, number 12, will be called for hooking. So he'll be in the penalty box for 1:30. The face-off draw will take place in the Raptors zone. And Derlin will take the draw. St. James wins the face-off. They try to get set up on the power play. They swing the puck to the slot. Puck is bouncing around. Pass is missed by St. James. Raptors are still defending. Rinola goes to the puck, will attempt to gain possession. He does. Rinola has the puck, and he will send it up, but gets to the point. St. James man, the St. James person shoots. Puck goes wide. And we will have our goalie covers the puck. Simon Picard is our goaltender in net, number 34. St. James making a full line change as they are still on the power play. And Holland wins the draw. Raptors win it, but puck gets sent to the far side, and the Raptors will clear it, and that's going to be an icing on the Raptors. And so the puck will come back with 50 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Raptors. 12:31, score is 0-0 in the first period. Face off in the far right circle. The ref telling some of the players to get back. Referee does not like what he sees, so they stop the play, and we'll have a redo. Raptors win the face-off. No, St. James actually wins it, gets it to the point. Puck comes out of the zone. Holland pressuring. They send the puck. St. James sends the puck back into the zone. However, it's offsides. And so the face-off will come outside the St. James zone. Come outside the Raptor zone. Pollard to take the draw. St. James wins it, swings the puck to the far defenseman. They send the puck in. However, the Raptors are there to get it, and Raptors will be able to clear. And St. James player sends it back in. However, they are offsides again. So the puck will be right outside the Raptors. The faceoff will be right outside the Raptor zone. And we have Pollard taking the draw again. Raptors win the draw. St. James steals it, and they're going to send it in. And the puck is going to swing around behind the net. Puck goes behind Picard. Derlin is there to get the puck out. Raptors come up with a possible 2-on-1. Holland's on the far left. Pollard has it. Pollard tries to center it to Holland. However, the puck gets deflected, and now St. James is going to come through. But Derlin is there to defend and gets the puck. Derlin able to get the puck out. Holland on the forecheck. The puck is in the St. James zone, but they're able to get it out. Gonzalez comes up with the puck, skates it in, is onside. Gonzalez shoots, puck drops, saved by the goalie. And that was a good shot by Gonzalez as the goalie made the save. All right, we have the face-off on the near side face-off circle where Mashad will take the draw. And the Raptors have to reset as the puck came out. Kehoe centers it. Kehoe will get possession of the puck, will swing that puck on the far side boards to Gonzalez. Gonzalez comes up. Gonzalez attempts to chip it forward. Gonzalez stays with it. And the Raptors are offsides. So the puck will come outside the St. James zone. Score is 0-0. Raptors win the faceoff. Pollard will send it deep into the St. James zone where Brim is going to chase after it. And the Raptors are able to get possession of the puck. Pass to Brim. Brim shoots. Deflected wide. Puck goes into the far corner, or the near side corner, excuse me. Gonzalez shoots. Kick save by the goalie. St. James gets the puck. They try to clear. However, Gonzalez there is to deflect it, but that puck ends up coming out of the zone. Rinola gets the puck. Pollard will cross ice, center the pass. Mashad coming through, takes a bump, and St. James is able to get that puck out. Whistle by the ref, and we have an offsides again. Face off right outside the St. James zone. Bunny to take the draw. Raptors win the draw and are onside. Wynant shoots just over the net. Good forecheck by the Raptors and causing the turnover. Reed comes up with it. Reed's handling it. Oh, almost. Wynant going up to the far side boards to get the puck. Raptors send it deep behind the net. Bunny to chase. And St. James will be coming out of the zone. St. James player enters the Raptor zone, sends the puck on the near side board, which will wrap around. Pollard is there to beat the St. James player. Puck coming up the near side. Puck is in the slot. However, there's a Raptors player to defend. Raptors chip the puck out of the zone. Reed now has the puck entering the St. James zone, centers it. Nieves sends that puck, able to keep that puck in at the blue line. And the goalie for St. James will cover the puck. So we'll have a face-off in the St. James zone on the far face-off circle. 9:26 in the first period remaining. The Raptors have 4 shots on goal compared to St. James 1. St. James wins the draw, tries to get the puck out at the point. Puck comes out of the zone. Idetta keeps it in. Idetta able to keep it. Tries to get it to Holland. However, gets back. Idetta sends it forward. Nieves is there. Will keep it in. Shoots. Oh, puck either gets deflected into the netting or came off the blocker. But that was a good shot by Ryan Nieves, number 45. Burgess is at the faceoff dot to take the draw. Referee set to drop the puck. And St. James comes up with the draw. Idetta there to defend. St. James enters the zone. The player will curl, and the puck is going to go into the corner, and Ryan Nieves is there to provide some support. Puck goes behind the net. Puck is bouncing around, trickling. Good bump by Nieves to gain possession of that puck. The puck comes to the point. St. James sends it back in. Good stick by the Raptors to deflect the puck into the boards. Puck goes over the net from a dangerous shot by St. James. And now Holland's going to come up with the puck. No call there as St. James player just whacked the stick out of Holland's hand. But Kehoe will gain possession of the puck and skate around the net. Coming up with some speed, sees Holland. Holland will center pass. And that is Gonzalez coming through on the left side. Gonzalez looking for a centering pass, maintains possession, will curl around, sees, believe that was Reed there, or Derlin. Kehoe sends a puck deep. Pollard will forecheck. And the Raptors come up with a steal. And shoot. Oh, puck gets deflected out, and St. James is threatening on the attacks. They try to center. But Pollard is there on the back check and will get the puck. Brim almost has a breakaway. Brim staying with it, but St. James is able to defend and clear the zone. Pollard's there again. Pollard's there. And the Raptors are going to be in the center ice making a line change. Raptors send the puck forward. Mashad coming down the far right side. He's by himself. Will cut. And he shoots, but the puck goes wide. Good effort by Mashad. Weinert attempts to keep the puck in the zone, but it deflects off a St. James stick, so they will have to regroup and get back onside. Puck enters St. James zone. Raptors onside. Reed is there to meet the St. James player. Puck is deflecting. Raptors able to keep it in. Mashad sticking with it. Mashad looking for the pass. Rinola is going to be there. Rinola skates the puck down, gives it to Reed. Reed is coming up the right side. Reed attempts to pass to the center. Puck comes out of the zone. Wynant will be there. And Pollard will receive the puck to send it deep into the St. James zone. Puck swings around the far right side. Reed bumps the St. James player. And Wynant comes up with the puck. Wynant deking left, right. Shot by Wynant. Good effort. That play was a good play, made possible by Ryan Reed's forecheck. So good job on the forecheck to force that turnover where Joshua Weinert, number 98, was able to come up with the puck, makes a few nice dekes, and gets the shot. Only thing missing was the puck did not go in, but good shot. Good job, Raptors. Holland battling for the puck on the boards. Puck comes up. Looks like St. James is going to get possession. Tries to hit the cutting man towards center ice, but Nieves is going to be there, and he'll chip the puck off the boards to get it out. St. James gets the puck, and that's going to be an offsides on St. James. 5:58 remaining in the first period. Shots on goal, 6 for the Raptors to St. James's 1. Raptors win the draw. Nieves has the puck. Will chip it off the boards. Puck enters the St. James zone, but St. James is able to chip the puck out. Raptors get it. Idetta has the puck. Idetta sees Holland up. Holland will enter the zone. Holland's coming down the left side. Holland shoots, and glove save. Puck gets dropped, and that's going to be an icing on St. James. And the puck will come back into the St. James zone. That was a good shot by Holland as the goalie gloved it, but then dropped it. Okay, we have a face-off on the near side face-off circle where Pollard will take the draw. Raptors win the draw, able to keep the puck in. Scramble for it. Puck is going to go behind the St. James goalie. Nice hit by Brim. Raptors come up with it, try to wrap it around. Score! Down by Pollard! And with that, it's 1-0 Raptors. Great effort by the Raptors and by Pollard to follow up with a backhand that looked like it five-holed right between the goalie's 5-hole. Yeah, and so with that, the Raptors are up 1-0. Great effort by the Raptors as they did not give up on the play. They just kept coming. And so with that, they take the lead. Raptors win the faceoff. Derlin gets the puck, will enter the zone. Derlin coming on the left side, centers it. Raptors pressuring. St. James is able to get the puck out, and St. James has a man to beat, but no. Kehoe is there, as well as Pollard, and now Brem is coming down. It's going to be a 2-on-2. Brem, far right side. Brem shoots. Goalie glove save. St. James is coming up with the puck. They're going to attempt to get out the zone, but no. Raptors are there. And we score! Beautiful wrist shot by Derland from the blue line. Derland takes advantage of a turnover on the St. James player, and with that, the Raptors have 2 goals on 2 shots. 4:48 in the first period. Score, Raptors 2-0. Teams meet to center ice. Mashad to take the draw. Gonzalez wins. Gonzalez gets it. Gonzalez on the move. Gonzalez shoots. Kick save by St. James goalie. Good shot by Gonzalez to force that rebound. Reed coming through behind the net will take a bump. Reed still staying with it. The Raptors are there, and Rinola is going to chip that puck forward. Where Reed shoots it. Puck is loose. Raptors are threatening again. Puck is pinballing around. And Gonzalez shoots. Puck hits a skate. Goes wide off the glass to the far right side. Good bump by Mashad. Reed takes a bump. And St. James is able to get the puck. And now the Raptors are on a back check. Puck comes out of the zone, but Pollard will be there. Puck on the far side. Gonzalez attempts to dig. However, St. James comes up with it. Rinola will chase the puck and go behind his net. St. James making a line change. Rinola will send the puck up to Weiner. Weiner's coming up down the left side with speed. Score! By Joshua Weiner, number 98. Amazing snapshot by Weiner as you heard the ping off the post. Beautiful goal. Score is now 3-0 with 3:35 in the first period. The Raptors have 14 shots on goal so far this period, while St. James only has 1. Raptors win the draw. Bunny back to get it. Nieves will send the puck up to Weiner. Bunny sends the puck up on net. Goalie makes a stick save. Nice bump by Bunny. Puck will come. Nieves will keep that puck in. No, that's an offside. It's good effort by Nieves to try to keep that puck in. Raptors making a full line change. And Pollard will step in at the faceoff dot right outside the St. James zone to take the draw. Brem uses his body as a shield to beat the St. James player to the puck. Puck enters the St. James zone. Holland on the forecheck. Puck will go around, but there's a Raptors player there. Puck goes behind the net. St. James attempts to swing it on the far side, but Rinola is able to keep the puck in. Rinola has possession of the puck, sends it on the far side boards where Holland is going to be there. But St. James comes up with it and St. James is able to clear. Pollard has a puck. St. James deflects it, and the Raptors will try to get on side. Holland's coming in. Holland, and we had Raptors player offside. So that puck will come outside the St. James zone. And Mashad, number 27, will take the draw. Mashad wins a clean face-off draw. Back to Rinola. And Reed will come up with the puck. Reed takes a bump. Reed staying with it, able to get that puck hitting forward. Pollard sends the puck forward. Shot on net, but shot goes wide. Derlin will send the puck to Mashad. Mashad gives it to Reed behind the net. Reed gives it back. Mashad battling it. Derlin comes up with it. Derlin takes a bump. Mashad tries to get the puck forward. However, St. James is now able to clear the zone and is one-on-one with Pollard. Pollard forcing him to the outside. Shot goes wide. Pollard comes up with it. Pollard skating it. Gives it to Reed. Reed will forecheck, putting pressure. Reed's able to bump the puck off. However, St. James is able to stay with it and skates through the neutral zone, coming into the Raptor zone. Deke by St. James player. Deke again. And that was a nice pass and a nice pass by St. James to try to get a shot on goal. Reed able to send the puck down. However, that's going to be no icing, waved off. So St. James gets the puck. Gonzalez on the forecheck. Gonzalez is going to be there. Gonzalez sees the open man. Bunny shoots. Goes wide. Gonzalez still battling for it. Gonzalez comes up with it. Gonzalez with his head up looking for the open man. Tries to send it to Bunny. However, gets kicked by a St. James player. Nieves is going to try to keep that puck in. However, nope. Puck comes out. So Nieves waits. Nieves sends. Great play. Great heads-up play. Nieves waiting for the Raptors to get back onside. But St. James comes up with Nieves there. Will send the puck forward. Oh, nice deflection almost. Gonzalez able to bat that puck down and try to get it to his stick. However, it just came up short on that one. Puck is pinballing around. And Gonzalez scores off the rebound. So with that, it is 4-0 Raptors with 29.5 seconds in the first period. Face-off comes to center ice. And we have Pollard taking the draw. Looks like the St. James player in the face-off circle needs to adjust his gear, so that's why the ref has not dropped the puck. Just waiting for that player to get his gear in order, and we'll get going. All right, here we go. St. James wins the draw. St. James defenseman will chip that puck out. Pollard there to keep the puck. Holland able to get the puck forward. Pollard's coming in wide open. Oh! Puck goes out of play off a good wrist shot by Pollard. Pollard skated that puck in uncontested and had an excellent scoring chance, but the goalie was able to save that puck. The referees trying to get that puck out of the net. Sometimes it might just be quicker just to get a new puck and get.
This facility only has one puck.
Oh man! All right, Raptors win the draw. Weiner comes up with it. Now gives it to Holland. Holland skating. Holland digs. Oh, the beautiful move by Holland. Raptors shoot, and the puck will go wide, so it's going to come up to the point where Kehoe will send it back in. And with time expiring, the score is 4-0 Raptors. A very strong period by the Raptors with 19 shots on goal. And St. James only having one shot on goal. Dave, what are your thoughts?
I thought they had two, didn't they?
Maybe.
Simon had that save there. All right, they're not keeping up with it anyway. I'm not going to debate the shots on goal. That was a good period. It was one of those starts where It's early in the season. These two teams don't really know a whole lot about each other, so it seems like it started off a little slow, less physical, just trying to figure out what the other team's doing, right? So we got to get over that and just come out a little bit faster. But they started picking it up and moving the puck well, right?
Oh yeah,
We
definitely.
had it in their zone most of the period, so just keep it up.
Yeah. So I am corrected on the shots on goal for St. James. They actually have 4 shots on goal. I guess they just updated it, and so St. James still in their at their bench, getting instructions from the coaches. Raptors players are just waiting for the face-off. But yeah, it was a strong period by the Raptors. Good forecheck, good back check, good defensive in the zone, able to get the puck out. And so yeah, the Raptors were able to pretty much dictate the pace of this game. And so let's see if they could keep doing that in the second period. Face off. Raptors able to come up with the puck. Kehoe will curl, looking for the open man. St. James intercepts, skates into the Raptor zone. Shot goes wide, will come outside the Raptor zone, and Weiner is on the chase. St. James sends the puck. Holland comes up on Raptors onside. Holland shoots. Quick snapshot by Holland. He has a very dangerous shot. A lot of power, a lot of speed, a lot of accuracy, but the goalie was able to come up with that save. Faceoff will be in the near side faceoff circle, where Mashad will take the draw. St. James wins the draw, will send the puck behind the net on the far side board. St. James winger there to get it. Brim on the forecheck. Brim, nice clean hit, knocks the puck loose. Derlin's able to keep the puck possession. Rinola at the point with it. Sends it to Derlin. Puck pinballing around. Now St. James will exit the zone. Raptors get the puck, sends it into the St. James zone again. Brim on the forecheck. Brim will give a nice hit, and Brim will draw the penalty. And let's see what the actual call is. Good effort by Lachlan Bram, who had 2 great hits, clean hits on that play, forcing turnovers and drawing penalties. So good job, Lachlan. So with that, at 14:01, the Raptors will be on the power play for a minute 30.
No, I think we're 4-on-4. No, what they do? It is a power play. I thought they put
you know what? Yeah, you're right. It looks like
they got a retaliatory there.
Well, actually, there's a penalty. It's going to be 5. It looks like it's 5-on-5. Look, I guess after the initial penalty, the St. James player was able to draw a retaliation penalty, so it'll be even strength, 5-on-5. St. James is able to clear the zone, but Pollard is there and Bunny is there, and so Rinola has a puck. Rinola will deke. Rinola will get the puck out of the zone. Rinola staying with it. Rinola pokes it to him. 2-on-1 Raptors. Rinola brings the puck in. Tries to pass it to Bunny. Good try. Puck is behind the net. Rinola staying with it. Now Bunny's on the forecheck. Raptors giving pressure. And Bunny's coming up with it. Bunny dekes. Bunny is hooked and will draw a penalty. Good effort, good job on the Raptors to keep that puck in the net. In the zone. And if you're hearing little whistle sounds as the play is going on, it's because literally right behind us is the other rink. And so this platform we're on, you could actually see both rinks. So there's no separation. So we could hear whistles going on behind us. And so, yeah.
That last one threw me off.
I know. I was like, wait, is the play dead? But yeah, so that.
Hopefully, it's not as bad for the players because they're down low. But
yeah.
We definitely hear it.
Okay, so with that, the Raptors are going to go on the power play, 5-on-4. Raptors come up with a clean draw. Derlin sends it to Reed. Reed gives to Holland. Holland holds it. Holland still has it. Goes behind the net. Holland will give it to Reed, and the puck will come out of the zone. So Raptors have to reset. Derlin has a puck. Derlin will send it to Reed. Reed will come out of the Raptor zone as Holland gets to the puck first. Holland will into St. James comes up with it. They clear the zone. Derlin's holding the puck to come on to back onside. Derlin gives it to his brother, Derlin. Derlin skates it in. And Reed will have the puck at the point. Reed gives it to Holland. Holland skating towards the slot. Sees Reed on the far right, top of the circle. And the puck ends up behind the net. Shot was deflected wide. Holland with the puck. Gives it to Derlin. Derlin will send it. That puck is going to come around the far side boards. And St. James attempts to clear, but Holland is there. Derlin is there to uses his body as a shield to keep that puck in. And the puck is on the near side boards where Derlin gets it. Holland has it. Holland shoots, but fans. Puck is going to go on the far side boards. Far side where Reed is there. And Holland's able to deflect the puck. St. James attempts to clear. Raptors keep it in. Puck is pinballing around. Holland's going to come up with it. Holland skating backwards, spins. Holland will shoot a backhand on their kick save by St. James. Pollard gets it. Pollard staying with it. And it's full strength as St. James has successfully killed the penalty. However, the Raptors are still putting pressure on as Derlin is able to keep that puck in at the blue line. Gives it to Holland. Holland is skating, curls back on the near side boards. Holland going on, puck's on his backhand. Holland will go, tries to go to centering. Adetta shoots. Adetta will shoot wide where Derlin will come on. Pollard gets a puck. Gonzalez curling on the near side boards. Gonzalez keeping his head up. Gonzalez shoots. However, that puck is going to go wide. The puck is going to go into the netting. St. James making a full change. Scores 4-0 Raptors. The face-off will come on the near side circle as Pollard will take the draw. Referee giving instructions to the positioning of the St. James players. Face-off is won. Adetta swings it to Nieves. Nieves is going to shoot. And Gonzalez scores! Off the rebound by a shot by Nieves. Gonzalez is right there with a wide open net. And it is now 5-0 Raptors. So with that, the face-off will come back at center ice as Pollard will take the draw. St. James wins the face-off, sends it back to their D-man. They're in the St. James zone. Pollard comes up with it. However, that's offsides as we had a Raptors forechecker in the zone. So Raptors now make a full line change. And Burgess will take the draw right outside the St. James zone. Burgess wins it cleanly. Pollard will send that puck in. So now we have the Raptors on the forecheck. St. James gets the puck behind the net. Puck gets deflected, slows the puck down, and Rinola able to knock the St. James player off the puck. However, St. James is now coming through, entering the Raptor zone, going wide. Great defense by Pollard to bump that player off the puck. Pollard with the puck will go behind his net, turns directions. Pollard still with the puck. Brim is there to give support. And it looks like we have a penalty. And let's see what the call is. So it looks like the penalty is going to be on St. James. Looks like it might have been either a hooking or interference call. And so
I think it's the interference against Laughlin, right? He's got cross-check in the back.
And so with that, the Raptors will go on the power play for 1:30. Referees are talking to the scores table. That's what the delay is, in case you were wondering why the puck has not dropped yet. And so we'll be waiting for the referee to finish whatever they need to talk about, and then we'll get going with this power play. Raptors still pouring on a lot of pressure. And we are set. Referee drops a puck. St. James wins it. St. James will attempt to send it up the boards. Pollard is there to keep the puck in. Gonzalez with the puck will send it to Pollard. Pollard back to his brother. Gonzalez with the puck at the faceoff circle. Gonzalez sees the far side. Nice attempt by Rinola. Pollard with it, gives it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez back to Pollard. Pollard behind the net. Gonzalez shoots. Blocker save. Rinola will come up with the puck on the far right side. Back to Pollard. Pollard will give it to Gonzalez. Gonzalez has it. Gonzalez pulls back. Gonzalez gives it to Pollard. Pollard in the slot. Will shoot. Tries to look for a deflection. Puck goes wide to where Pollard gets it. Gonzalez skating in. Gonzalez will deke. And we score 6-0 Raptors. Excellent power play movement, or excuse me, excellent puck movement on the power play. And it is now 6-0.
And that's going to be a hat trick for Santi on his first game playing for the Raleigh Raptors.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Not a bad first showing.
Oh, yeah. So it looks like that is a hat trick for number 34, Santi Gonzalez. And so that is 6-0 Raptors with 9:41 in the second period. Shots on goal is 25 for the Raptors and 4 for St. James. Mashad at the faceoff circle to take the draw. And St. James wins it. St. James sends it into the Raptors zone, but Kehoe's there, gives it to Rintala. Rintala looking for the centering pass to Holland. And Raptors come up with it. Reed will shoot, and Holland shoots. 3 great saves by the St. James goal. We've got a little bit of pushing and shoving. However, face-off will be at the far left circle. Referees decide to let that one go. And I think that's that's fine. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of shoving. All right. St. James wins the draw. We'll send the puck on the near side boards where Reed will be there. Holland comes up with it. Holland holding the puck still. Holland behind the net. Holland still has it. We'll send it to the point to Rinola. Rinola shoots. Puck goes wide off a deflection. Reed is there for the rebound. We'll send that puck up the far right side boards. Holland has it. Holland takes a bump. St. James is able to knock the puck loose. Now they're coming through the neutral zone. St. James coming down the right side. Will send it to one of their players. And beautiful save by Picard, who looked behind him. He wasn't sure if he had the puck, but he definitely did. So great save by Picard. Raptors make a full line change. And the face-off will be in the Raptors zone. 8:53 left in the second period. Score is 6-0 Raptors. Raptors win the draw cleanly by Carson Bunny. Derlin's able to get the puck out to Brim. Brim is a one-on-one. Brim goes wide, tries to use speed to get around. Brim centers it, but Raptors are able to still get it. Raptors are able to keep the puck in the zone to Weiner. Weiner shoots! Saved by St. James. St. James clears. Nieves is back there to get the puck. We'll see Bunny at center ice. Bunny able to keep the puck. Will chip it through where Derlin will send it in to the St. James zone. And Derlin is now forechecking with Bunny. Puck goes behind the St. James goalie. Raptors still putting on good pressure. Good shot by Derlin, but goes wide. Weiner will be there to be. Uses his body to bump the St. James player. Nieves will shoot, deflects. St. James comes up with it. Will exit their zone and come through center ice. Entering the zone of the Raptors. Sends the puck forward. Derlin is there to behind the net, will clear the puck as it wraps around the near side boards. Referee has his hands up, but icing is now waved off. Derlin, great forecheck to Santi. Gonzalez almost had another goal right there as he had some time there, but St. James then was able to deflect that puck. Derlin sees Gonzalez. However, puck comes off the stick, enters the Raptor zone. Pollard comes up with the steal. Pollard pulls up. Gonzalez shoots, almost goes in. Again, a helmet save by the goalie. And the St. James will attempt to clear. Pollard is there, gives it to Derlin. Derlin tries to shoot, but looks like it hit the heel of his stick. Gonzalez gives it to the point. Derlin has the puck at the far left side. Ideta's pinching to get the puck. We'll send that puck forward. Gonzalez is there. We'll send it forward. And St. James clears the puck, and that will be an icing on St. James. So the faceoff will come back into the St. James zone. Shots on goal is 29 for the Raptors to the St. James's 5 shots on goal. Both teams making line changes, and the faceoff will take place on the near side boards in the St. James zone. Burgess waiting to take the draw. And St. James wins it. But Holland is there forechecking, putting pressure on, trying to force a turnover. However, St. James is able to get it to the winger. St. James skating it into the Raptor zone, and Rinalov angling with good position is able to stop the St. James player, and Raptors come up with the puck. Puck is trickling around and still in the Raptor zone as the St. James is able to turn it over, but then the Raptors are able to regain possession. Holland with the puck. Holland trying to skate around. Holland staying with it. Uses his body to bump the player. Holland looking for Rinala on the far side. Kehoe sends the puck up. Reed is going to be there. Reed gets tripped. No call. But the puck ends up going right in front of the crease, so the goalie will cover it up for St. James. Raptors making a full line change as well as the St. James team. And the faceoff will be on the far faceoff circle. Mashad ready to take the draw. Raptors win it. Bunny is able to get the puck. There was a shot by Brim. Mashad will send it forward. Bunny's able to get the puck on the near side. Bunny takes a hit. St. James is battling to get that puck possession. However, Bunny's able to stay with it and keep the puck. Bunny shoots. There was a top left corner open, but just wide. Nieves will send that puck on the far side boards. Ideta's going to be there to get it. Ideta gets that puck comes outside the zone, so it'll be offsides. Ideta had some pressure there. St. James gets the puck, but Mashad is there, and now the Raptors will skate through the zone, entering the St. James zone. Deke and Bunny backhands it into the goalie. Goalie makes a save. Nieves is going to be there at the point. Nieves will shoot, and St. James is able to get the puck down. And we have a whistle, and it looks like there's going to be a penalty, and it's going to be on St. James. So the Raptors will go on another power play with 4-4. Nope, it looks like offsetting penalties.
No, they got 2 in. We are on a power. I don't really know what happened. They have 2 in the box?
Let's see.
Was there 2 and 10 in there or something?
Yeah, I'm not sure what the call is, but it looks like it's going to be offsetting penalties. So we're going to be at full strength or even strength for both teams. Derlin comes up with the puck after the faceoff. Derlin skates around on the left side, still has a puck. Derlin centers it, and looks like Burgess deflected it, Burgess deflected it, but goalie came up with the save. Excuse me, that was by Pollard. The deflection was off a Pollard stick, and the goalie was able to save that. All right, face off on the far left face off circle. Raptors win the draw. Shot on goal. St. James, goalie makes a save. St. James comes up with it, and now they're going to come into the center ice, but Kehoe is able to get that puck back. Kehoe's behind our net. St. James pressuring, able to force a turnover. Pollard is there to provide support. Pollard comes up with the draw. Comes up with the puck, and the Raptors are now able to send the puck deep into the St. James zone. Nice hit by the Raptors to knock the play off the puck. Derlin staying with it, using his feet to move the puck forward. Great effort by Pollard to keep the puck. Gives it to Derlin. Derlin looking for the pass. Derlin shoots, saved by the goalie. Holland there to pressure. And the Raptors are able to still get the puck, maintain the puck in the zone. Now St. James clears, but that puck is going to go right to Kehoe. Kehoe curls and will send that puck in. And St. James will get the puck first. It's in the St. James zone, and the Raptors are forechecking, providing some pressure. St. James turns it over, but then it takes a St. James bounce, and the player is able to get the puck out of the net. Kehoe comes up with it. St. James is able to clear the zone. Holland going through the middle. Now on the left side, Holland shoots. Saved by the goalie. 3:12 in the second period. And score is 6-0 Raptors. Face off on the far left side, far face off circle on the left side. And Burgess will take the draw. Referee waiting for an additional skater to come on as St. James is completing the line change. Now the ref drops a puck, and the Raptors will win it. Rinola keeps the puck in the zone. Now St. James is able to chip it out. St. James comes into the Raptor zone on the far right side. Puck gets deflected out. Burgess gets the pass, gives it to Holland. Holland looking for the pass, pulls up, centers it, and the goalie makes the save. Raptors will make a full line change. Or actually, only the forwards will be making a change. Face off on the far face off circle. Referee ready to drop the puck. St. James wins the draw. Battle for it in the far corner. St. James tries to clear. Raptors pressuring. St. James is able to get the puck coming through the neutral zone, but Reed is there. Reed will deke. St. James is able to deflect. It's a race for it. Great save by Picard off the backhand of a St. James skater. St. James gets the puck again. Dekes. Bunny is able to recover, but St. James keeps it in the zone. St. James putting on some pressure here late in the second period. And St. James gets the puck. We'll give it to the point man. However, the puck comes out, and now we have a 2-on-1 with Bunny coming down the far right side. Bunny gives it to Reed. Reed shoots and goes wide. Bunny tries to put the puck back on net. Mashad there putting pressure. Will send that puck behind the net, going onto the far side boards. Reed is there. Reed staying with it. Gives it to Mashad, back to Reed. Reed taking his time. And St. James is able to get the puck out. And now St. James threatening, but shot by St. James and saved by Picard. St. James sends that puck wide of the net, which will go behind, and the St. James player tries to shoot it again. And now we have Pollard poking it through, 2-on-1. Derlin on the far right side. Derlin shoots. Helmet save by the goalie. Weinert will shoot, and the goalie for St. James will cover that puck up with 1:07 remaining in the second period. The Raptors are dominating this game as they have 37 shots on goal, where St. James only has 6. Faceoff will be at the near side faceoff circle in the St. James zone, and Pollard to take the draw. Derlin sends a puck over to the forward. Backhand by Pollard, good attempt, and St. James will gobble that up to get another faceoff.
Yeah, we're 14 minutes into the second period, and their first shot this period was the one, like a minute ago. That was the first shot on goal. So we have definitely dominated this period, no question.
Yes, the Raptors have been pouring it on with a lot of pressure on the forecheck, and also being defensively sound. Derlin sends a puck in. Gonzalez looking for perhaps his fourth goal. Gonzalez shoots, and looks like it's another goal. That's either by Gonzalez or Brem. Let's see what the replay shows.
Yeah, I think Laughlin had a stick on it, but couldn't totally see. Filming through the net, it's kind of hard to see sometimes.
Oh, yeah, so it looks like that goal was scored by Lachlan Brem, number 15. So the score is 7-0 Raptors with 44.9 seconds left in the second period. Face-off at center ice. Raptors win it clean. Derlin gives it to Kehoe. Kehoe will send it up to Brem. Brem looking for the cut man through the center ice. However, St. James is intercepted into the zone. Good stick by the Raptors to knock the puck loose. Puck gets deflected. Actually, that'll be a shot on goal by St. James as Picard had to kick save that. Puck pinballing around, but Kehoe is there in the far corner. Will swing the puck on the near side boards where Brem is able to chip it out to Burgess, and we have a 2-on-1. Burgess down the right side. Burgess shoots. Had the net wide open on the left side, however, just a bit wide. St. James coming in on a one-on-one, no, 1-0 breakaway. And St. James will score just as time expires. And so the score is 7-1 Raptors. That puck was able to cross the line right before the clock hit 0. And so that is a good goal by St. James. So with that said, 7-1 is the score entering the third period. Shots on goal, 41 for the Raptors and 8 for St. James. Overall, the Raptors are continuing strong play with a good forecheck, especially, and the forwards are doing an excellent job, especially Ryan Reed, Lachlan Brem, and Caden Mashad. Those three are definitely using their bodies, putting on some hits, causing turnovers, and it's, the entire Raptors team is definitely playing a physical game, keeping the puck in the zone. So as we enter the third period, as you said last week, Dave, like, this is a third period team, and got to keep pushing the pace.
Absolutely. We got a long time before our game tonight to rest, so hopefully keep up the intensity. Yeah, it was a great period, right? We really didn't let them ever get the puck out.
I know, right?
They couldn't get a change. They couldn't do anything.
All right, we're going to start the third period. Referees are making sure the goalies are ready to go. And face-off drop, puck drop. St. James wins the draw. St. James defender with the puck will send it up, however, cannot clear. And St. James will attempt to clear and chips it forward. Riddler racing, St. James on the break. Saved by Picard off the St. James winger backhand. Holland comes up with the puck, chips it, but St. James comes up with it again. Puck is on the far boards, and St. James putting on some pressure now. Shot will go wide behind the net where Holland is there. Holland will skate back, curls in, will skate the puck out of the zone with speed. Holland coming through. Holland on the break. Deeks. Saved by the goalie. Good effort by Holland. Holland will send that, goes wide. Rinola with the puck will go behind the net, will curl. Rinola uses the boards to pass to himself, still has the puck. Rinola looking for the open man, will send it to Bunny, but that pass will go outside the zone. And then now St. James steals the puck, entering the Raptor zone, but good stick by the Raptors. And now Holland will be 1-on-2. Holland entering the zone. Holland holds the puck, will skate behind the net, looking for an open man. Holland still has it. Holland sees Holland's puck, it bounces around, shot on net. Ideta tries to poke the stick. Nice hit by Nieves. Puck is bouncing around. And now Weiner will skate wide. Weiner coming down the far right side. Puck is behind the net. St. James recovers and will skate it out of the zone. Kehoe stick checks. Weiner comes up with it. Will go through center ice. Weiner coming down the far left side. And that bump will cause an offsides. 12:43 in the third period. Score 7-1 Raptors. Raptors will make a full line change. Oh, excuse me. Yes, a full line change. All right, face off just right outside the St. James zone. Burgess wins the draw. Pollard comes up, will skate onside. Puck gets bounced off his stick. And the puck will enter the Raptor zone where Kehoe is back to get it. Will swing the puck. St. James putting pressure on, able to steal the puck. Kehoe battling for it, gets puck possession back. Now St. James comes up with it. St. James coming on the far circle, will shoot, and that puck will go wide, and it'll come up to the point. And Pollard now on a breakaway. 2-0. Pollard shoots, kick save by the goalie. Burgess will throw that puck on net, but there's a St. James defender able to bat that down. Pollard gets the puck. Gonzalez holds it. Dekes to him. Gonzalez still with it. Pollard provides support. Will go behind the net. Uses his body to shield. Will curl. Gonzalez has the puck now. Will come up the far side boards. Gonzalez looking for Kehoe. Kehoe shoots. Deflected. Puck goes wide. Burgess sent that puck towards the net. However, puck gets deflected. Now Burgess is able to send that puck forward, but St. James will recover, and they try to get it out of the zone. Puck still in the St. James zone. Burgess, great shift by Burgess to keep pressure on that puck, to keep it in the zone. Goalie will use a stick to send that puck wide, and that puck is going to trickle around on the near side boards where Kehoe will be there to retrieve it. Reed gets the puck. Reed skating down. Reed shoots, glove down by the goalie. Good effort by Reed as he tried to backhand that puck again. Puck is loose. Shot. Saved by St. James. Great pressure by this offensive line as the Raptors have 47 shots on goal now compared to St. James's 9.
Like we're doing a running clock. Sorry, I'll get my clock caught up here.
Yeah, with the goal differential, it's no longer stop time, and so the clock is just going to run down. So we have about 10 minutes right now remaining in the third. Bunny takes a face-off. St. James comes up with it. However, St. James turns it over to Pollard. Pollard shoots. Goalie makes a save, but it drops right down in front of the crease. But the St. James player is able to get it to the side. Holland has it. Holland tries to send that puck in through the left corner, but the goalie is able to make a save. St. James trying to get the puck out of the zone. Pollard is there to defend. However, St. James is able to send that puck deep into the Raptor zone where Ranella will get possession of the puck. Ranella sees Holland. However, the pass is just in front, but it looks like Holland's going to beat St. James player there. Holland has a puck, will go behind the net, sends it through the crease. However, St. James is able to come up with it. Ideta on the defense. And that's going to be a goal by St. James. So the score is now 7-2. Yeah, St. James came up off the Raptors turnover on a 2-on-1 and was able to capitalize on that shot. And so 8:50 remaining in the second period. In the third period. Mashad to take the draw. Nieves able to bump and cause that puck to come on out. Mashad putting pressure on. However, the puck enters now the Raptor zone. Nieves with it will send the puck. But it's sent right to a St. James player. But Gonzalez is there to get the turnover. Gonzalez open. Gonzalez dekes, hits the post. Had a wide open net on a beautiful deke, but the post was the goalie's friend there. And so the puck is now pinballing around where Mashad is able to keep it. Gonzalez has it. Gonzalez backhands again. Gonzalez still with it. Raptors able to keep it in. Great stick by Kehoe. Kehoe skating in. Kehoe shoots. Saved by the goalie. Pollard with the puck. Drops it back to Mashad. Mashad's bumped off the puck. But Reed is there. Reed has the puck wide open. Puck goes wide. Raptors pouring on some pressure here. Battle for on the far side boards. Derlin able to keep the puck in. Derlin will send it forward, but St. James will now get the puck. No, Raptors are still able to keep it in. Good stick by Derlin, and Derlin will send it on the net, and the goalie does not like what he sees, so he will cover that up. 7:10 remaining in the third period. Face off on the near side face-off circle where Burgess will take the draw. Burgess uses his skate to get the puck to a Raptors player. However, comes out of the zone, and Derlin able to get back where he'll send that puck to Weinert. There's a battle for it on the far side boards, and Raptors are able to send it up to Reed. Reed skates it in, takes a small bump. Weinert is there. St. James trying to get the puck. Burgess is there to send it. Puck will come up to the point. Derlin attempts to send it there, and that puck will enter the Raptor zone. Not sure what's going on right there, but that was a good scoring chance by St. James. Pollard battling for the puck, gets it to Brim. Brim will get it to Holland. Holland's coming through center ice. Holland with some speed on the left side. Holland's able to keep the puck, curls back, looking for an open man. Holland has it, will send it behind the net to Brem. Brem will get the puck. Brem's bumped off. St. James gets possession, but sent it on the far side boards where Rinola will attempt to get it, but now Holland comes up with it. Pollard is there, will send it in as the Raptors are onside. Puck on the far side boards. Bunny will put a hit on the St. James player. Still battling for it. Puck will come to the point. Rinola has the puck. Takes a bounce, but goes to Pollard. Pollard will shoot. Puck is loose. Puck goes. Puck is sent out wide to the corner, but Pollard is there. Bunny will send it behind the net where Brem will get the puck. Brem is curling back up. Comes to the faceoff circle. Brem will see Holland on the far side. Holland has it. Will cut to the slot. Holland still holding on to the puck. Rinola sends the puck forward. St. James is able to come up with it, and that puck will exit the zone as St. James will make a line change. Rinola sees Gonzalez coming in. Gonzalez has the puck. Raptors still have the puck. Nieves comes up with it. Nieves will put that on net, and the goalie will glove that up for a face-off in the St. James zone. 4:26 remaining in the third period. Score 7-2. Raptors with an impressive 54 shots on goal.
I know their goalie has 47 saves. We're putting a lot of shots on him. They're good shots, too. He's playing great.
Yeah, the goalie is, St. James' goalie is doing outstanding. Gonzalez comes up with the puck off the faceoff, sends it to Nieves. Nieves will chip that forward to Mashad. Mashad has the puck, gives it to Derlin. Derlin will have that puck and tries to center it. Good idea, as Gonzalez was right there, but the goalie was able to track that puck and cover it up. Raptors will make a
48 saves.
Yeah. Gonzalez will, the Raptors will make a full line change, and the faceoff will be in the St. James zone. Face-off draw. St. James coming out of the zone. Hard pass to St. James player. St. James coming in. St. James will attempt to shoot. Gets blocked. Shot goes through some players. However, it takes a Raptors bounce and was able to get. Now Weiner has it. Weiner loses the puck. However, Pollard is there to send it deep. St. James, well, it looks like that's going to be, and no, icing is waved off. Kehoe back to get it. 3 minutes remaining in the third period. Kehoe coming through the zone with speed. He's able to get the puck to Reed. Reed will send that in. Raptors are onside. Burgess to forecheck. Burgess comes up with the puck, tries to center. And the St. James player is able to clear. Kehoe with the puck. Kehoe will send that up. No icing. It's onside. Burgess is there to get the puck on the far side. Burgess will center it, but St. James comes up with it. St. James will send the puck deep into the Raptor zone. That puck will go behind Picard. Pollard is there to retrieve it. Pollard attempts to pass, and that will be a favorable whistle for the Raptors as St. James was offside. 2 minutes remaining in the third period. Score 7-2 Raptors. Burgess to take the draw just outside the Raptor zone. Burgess wins that faceoff clean. Pollard skates it to center ice where he will send it in, and that puck goes on the near side boards. And the puck comes up on a St. James stick. Brim there, however, to intercept. Brim, still with the puck, will send it behind the net. Holland puts the body on the St. James player, knocks him down. Holland steals it, attempts to center. Burgess able to get the puck down, and it'll be a shot on goal where the goalie makes a save. 1 minute will be, a minute 10 remaining in the third period. And the face-off will be on the far face-off circle in the St. James zone. Mashad to take the draw. Ideto gets it at the point. We'll send it forward. And there's a whistle, so we'll do it again. About 45 seconds remaining in the third period.
I think it's
and
a
Mashad,
50th save.
Yeah. A lot of saves in this game. Mashad wins a draw. Nevis puts the puck on net. Goalie will glove it up. And there is going to be about 20 seconds remaining in the game once the puck is dropped. Mashad wants to take that faceoff draw. Gonzalez wins it. Gonzalez will shoot. Goalie comes up with it. Glove save. And that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Your Raptors coming up with a victory here at St. James with a score of 7-2. Overall, a strong performance by the Raptors. Raptors had a very strong 58 shots on goal. And so that's kind of a lopsided shots on goal. And yeah, when you shoot that much on goal, usually the score is in your favor. And so we have the Raptors and St. James players at center ice doing the handshake, which is such an awesome tradition that hockey has to show excellent sportsmanship. And so that concludes today's game. We have another broadcast later on tonight against the Reston Raiders here at 8 p.m. Eastern. So we hope you could join us for this evening broadcast. Dave, any final thoughts?
No, that's fun. We shook off the car legs, right? We definitely outshot them. I thought we had a lot of quality shots too. I think their goalie played incredible. Yeah, it was a good game. Good warm up.
Oh yeah.
We're playing the Reston Raiders AA tonight, so that's going to be. I'm anticipating a little bit tougher and definitely more physical. So Should be a good battle. So hopefully the boys get some rest, get some food in them, lots of fluids, and we're ready to go, right?
Yeah, it's got quite a bit of ways before the next game tonight. However, it's going to be a good one, so be sure to tune in tonight. And this is Sean and Dave saying thank you, and we will be back this evening.